Hey everybody, just thought I'd take a break for a moment and do something different for a change. We've actually come pretty far into Kirby, and as a result, it's time to start thinking about the next game. The only problem is that I'm kind of at a crossroads. There is a couple different options that I could choose, but instead of just picking one haphazardly, I figured, you know what, why not let the viewers decide? You guys are the ones that are watching the videos, commenting on them, and as a result, you guys should be having some sort of input. I figured this would be a good opportunity for you guys to chip in. So, anyway, I've got a couple different options here, and as a result, I've got a poll, and if you want to check out the sidebar, after watching this, or listening to this, rather. So, but yeah, let me explain exactly what the options are. The first option is to just continue doing the sort of games that I've been doing up until now. More sort of big name characters like Bomberman and Mario and Kirby, that sort of thing. Though sticking with the shorter games. I'd say the longest game I've done was, I don't know, like 30, 40 videos, something like that. I think the second attack was 40 videos long, roughly. So obviously those, and which by some accounts is a pretty long LP. But I would say mainly the games I've chosen have been in the short to medium range. But like I said, this option would pertain more to big name characters and that sort of idea. I actually do have one game in particular that I have in mind that that was an old favorite through my adolescent years and that I've been wanting to LP, and I've actually recently got a copy of. But it would be in the same style of games that I've been doing, more platformings, that sort of thing. The second option would be, well, like the first, would have closer to shorter games, probably also in the 30 to 40 video range. Main difference being that the actual game itself would be very different from the games that I have done. The game that I have in mind is still, by some accounts, a platformer, though it is more broadly recognized as an action game, I'd say. But it does not involve any sort of big name character like Kirby or that sort of thing. It's not a particularly popular game. It's actually a pretty decent game, and it did decent rating wise. But for most people, it kind of flew under the radar. But as a result, and I think it's still true to this day. But last I checked, there were no LPs of this game, so it would be something very brand new and very fresh, which is never a bad thing. It's always nice to do something kind of new and crazy. So, yeah, it's always a good choice. So anyway, like I said, if you wanted me to do something still short, but perhaps something a little bit more different, a little bit more alternative than what I've done in the past, then that would be the option for you, I would say. The third option, and this option has been suggested by a couple of people, but I'm still kind of prudent towards just going for it, would be a blind LP of Mega Man 9. I had mentioned a while back that I had actually never beaten a Mega Man game. I've played a couple of them. They're fun games, but they whoop my ass every time. And as a result, a blind LP of Mega Man 9 would be full of absolute failure. I would be dying every couple of minutes. It would be pretty bad. If you guys enjoy watching my pain, can't believe I'm saying this. If you guys enjoy watching my pain and watching me play through games that beat the shit out of me, then by all means choose this option. I mean, I'd be willing to do it, and I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun. But it would just be a matter of preference. If you guys enjoy watching someone screw up a lot and getting their ass kicked and dying a lot and probably seeing a lot of the same levels over and over again until I finally beat it or get frustrated and cut out the parts that I do screw up on, then that'd be the option for you. It's only been a couple people that have actually come forward and suggested it to me. And it's kind of been in the back of my mind ever since as an option. So, like I said, if I'd be willing to do it, if you guys would be willing to watch it. So, keep that one in mind. The fourth option, and this fourth option actually has two sort of sub-options, if you will. And I'm going to actually give two game possibilities, so make sure to stick around for that. But this fourth option would involve longer games. As I had said, the 30-40 range seems to be what I've been sticking to in the past, which is pretty effective. It's a pretty healthy LP range, I'd say. But I digress. These two games that I have in mind are much longer. I'm talking probably into the 100 video range, 120, 130 perhaps. I really don't know because it'd be hard to approximate, but rest assured it would be very long. As I said, I will actually identify which two games I'm considering, just because I figured it'd probably be just the safer bet to go ahead and let you know exactly what I had in mind. So, the first game I was considering is Super Mario 64, an easy favorite from the N64 area, and as I had mentioned, I believe in the Star Fox 64 LP, this was the very first game that I ever played in my life. So of course it holds a very, very special place in my heart, and I would love to LP it. LPing a longer game is, of course, a double-edged sword, though, because well, for one, it's a great game. Awesome. Always fun to play, and I would hope fun to watch. But on the downside, the fact of the matter is, it's such a long game. It would take me, I would venture to say, probably close to 100 videos to fully LP this game. I would do a full LP, I would get all 120 power stars, and it would take forever. So this could be a good or a bad thing. If you guys don't mind seeing the same game for a long time, then by all means choose this option. But if you prefer variety, and if you prefer that I would do something a little bit shorter, then, well, this probably isn't the option for you. Obviously, I would still be interspersing it with Brawl custom map videos as they come and as I receive them. So there would be a little bit of those to break those up, but even then, it would still be pretty monotone. So again, I stress it would be a long game, but it would be a lot of fun, so it's up to you. The second option is an even longer game, but by some aspects, an even better game. The game I have in consideration is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This game has been LP'd to death, I'm sure. A lot of people have played it, and it's easily one of the best N64 games out there. In fact, a lot of people would even call it the greatest game out there, but that is, of course, very debatable. Anyway, I digress. This game would be much longer than Super Mario 64. I can easily see this breaking the 120, 130 mark, if not further. I really can't say again because it's hard to gauge these sorts of things. But I've loved this game. This game ruled my childhood. Oh man, this was it goes I go so far back with this game. And I would absolutely love to LP this game because it's so much fun. It's such an epic adventure. But again, same thing with the Super Mario 64 thing. It's such a damn long game. It all comes down to what you guys would prefer. Do you want me doing the same LP for months on end? If so, then, well, then one of these two is perfect. But again, if you prefer variety and you like the shorter stuff, then, well, I think it's pretty obvious what your choice should be. I'll be wrapping up Kirby soon, and as a result, I would start right onto this project. And as a result, if I were to go straight to Ocarina of Time, I can almost guarantee that I would not be able to finish this before the end of summer. As a result, it would probably leak into some of my time during the fall semester, and as I'm sure you guys know, my time during the school semester is very, very limited. So I could see this easily taking several months, depending on how much progress I get before school starts up. But I keep coming back to this. It's such a good game. I would absolutely love to LP this game. It all comes down to what you guys would like to watch, which is of course the purpose of this video. So, I will leave this up for about 2 weeks. That should give you guys plenty of time to watch this whole thing through, or listen to this whole thing all the way through. Maybe sleep on it, kind of make your decisions, what you'd like to see, and cast your votes. And hopefully at that point I'll be able to get started on the next big thing. Oh, and before I forget, make sure that if nothing else, you do vote in the poll that I have on the sidebar. There's a link to it right in the sidebar, and if you click the screen, you could go to it there that way as well. I will only be collecting the raw data that is listed on the poll. Feel free to comment on this video. It would be nice actually to hear some more detailed inputs as far as what you guys would like to see and why, maybe. But as far as the actual votes are concerned, I will only be taking stuff as they come from the poll. So, if you only comment on the video and you don't vote in the poll, then unfortunately your vote would be left uncounted. So make sure, if nothing else, vote in the poll. I can't stress that enough. But I guess that about wraps it up now. We'll be seeing the rest of Kirby in the next couple days, if all goes according to plan, and whatever else comes my way as far as the Brawl custom maps videos are concerned. But hopefully before too long we'll be seeing the next big project come to fruition as depending on the results of this poll. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys with the conclusion of the Kirby LP, hopefully soon. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching.